It's a bit slow. Okay, so in data preparation part, we are gonna post all the data sets that we have. We are expecting to have, if you have different kinds of data sets like structured, unstructured, and image data, it is best to show them as a tab, like we have here. In our use case, we had the structured data which corresponded to the number of schools and statistics of those schools, mostly number of students studying there and the number of teachers and so on. And coming to the unstructured data, our project has reviews, which basically the category is a label, and the reviews and description of the programs were unstructured data. And coming to the image data, we had school buildings images that we made the classification upon. So after we put all the data sets, whatever we have, instead of just showing them in an Excel format or a CSV format, we'll be showing them a sample of the data, and after that we'll also be posting a visualization of the data in Tableau. I'll just take you through how you can put your data in Tableau even if you did not create any visualization for your data. Even if you just upload the data to Tableau and create a basic visualization like a bar graph, it should be fine. Most of the projects have such a kind of scenario because Tableau supports only structured data but not unstructured data. So for any kind of structured data, we are using Tableau right now. Let me take you through how it looks like. Before opening Tableau page, visualization page here, I would like to take you through one other very important resource. So you need to set up Tableau, and it's a very simple process. You need to ask for a developer account, which is free for anyone. You don't even need an education account for that. Even if you can use your Gmail account and then create a developer account. So you can just type in Tableau developer program into Google, and you'll be able to see a link. The first link is the Tableau developer program. In the home page, you click on join now and then fill your details. uh, After you join the developer program, you will be getting an email in your inbox asking you to finish the process. So after you click on activate my developer site, you will have to sign in again, and then you will be given a site like this. So here I have just logged in, and you can see my site loading up. So this process may take 24 up to 24 hours, but it is usually very spontaneous. Even it should not take any longer than 24 hours. So I'd suggest like doing it well in advance if you're planning to create visualization. So okay, so once you get into your Tableau online site, I think this is a visualization that I created on Tableau developer site and then shared. So that's why it took me directly to this view. If I open developer program now, uh, let me open Tableau developer program. Okay, I just want to show you the dashboard, how it looks like after you get your site. Okay. Okay, let me log into my online site. I think I have too many tabs open, and maybe it is slowing down my system. Let me get this out. Okay, this is how the Tableau site looks like once you have completed all the steps and signed into your online site. And if you see, you can create a project. I'm just searching for my project. Okay, just give me a minute here. I think my browser is stuck. Okay, cool. You close all the programs so that I hope it'll get a little faster. Okay. Sorry for the trouble, guys. It was responding very well just till now. Okay, I think it should be fine now. Okay, cool. So let me open my workbook. So after you create a project, you can create a new workbook from here. So after you create a workbook, this is a workbook that I created. Let's take a look inside my workbook. So this is a visualization that I create. You just have to upload the data, and then it will give a drag and drop tool that you can use to map rows and columns. Let me give you an example of how I did that. This is just the visualization of that I had shared, but I also have workbook. This is the dashboard. I think this is workbook. Yeah, this is very similar to what we have on tablet desktop. Okay. Yeah, think I got it finally. Okay, why am I not able to see the data source? Okay, the thing is, whenever you want to upload a data, so upload your own data, you can go to data and go to files, and here you will be able to upload your file, CSV file, let's say, and then once you upload it, it will give you a sheet where you can, let's say for this, for my data, I had these columns like you might have seen here. Uh, okay, so it had a few columns from where I selected the number of schools per each district. This is the code of the district, and the box size corresponds to the number of schools available per that code. So this is one of the ways of visualizing this data. You are also welcome to visualize the same data as a bar graph. And once that is done, you should be able to share this layout from the share button option. Okay, this is how the data looks like. So for rows, I have used schools, number of schools. If I change it to, let's say, uh, total. This is what I have used now. I'll try to move that again to columns, and then the code into the rows should be the county. Okay, I think I used city district before. So if you can see, I'm able to see the county names and the corresponding city district code and the total number of schools. You can play with different kinds of representations of graphs here. I think it is also allowing me to plot it as a map. So it is plotting each of them separately. Maybe I'll remove this city district and see how it works. Okay, now you're able to see all the schools, count of schools for each district. I think the map is yet to load. Yeah, so this is how the distribution of schools looks like in Missouri. So because our project was around showing people how schools distribution was in cities compared to rural areas, this is a good measure or a good way of showing representing our data. So the same way you can figure out like how to come up with a good representation for your use case. And once it is done, you can add it to the dashboard, and there is an option to share the data, share your dashboard. So let me show you how it is done. So okay, I can't see it here, but in the original Tableau site there is an option to share, like you can see here, this button. Once you click on that button, you will be able to see a link. This link can be embedded into the page. So you can either take this code and directly click on edit. I'll show you how you can add it. Oh, sorry. Let's say if you edit this page, I have copied the code from that visualization. So once you click on edit page, it will start editing in Elementor. Actually, I think my laptop is too slow. Dhairya, can you give me the access to share your screen and then give me access to your site so that I can continue there?
Yes, sure. Wait, just a second. I'm just opening a tab.
Yep, because it is taking too long.
Right. No. Can you see my screen? Hello? Yeah.
Okay. So if you let me go to educacy. So now if I click on data preparation and then if I go to edit page here, oh sorry, I should have clicked on it with Elementor. So here, whatever you choose, you should be able to edit on it if you click on this icon, the pencil icon. So once you click there, you can edit the code and paste whatever you receive there. I think I need to copy it again. So basically when you click on this, you'll get some embed code. You can paste it here and then you'll be able to see sign into Tableau here. So once you sign into Tableau, I guess it will be able to access the visualization. Or let me update and see if it's gonna add itself.
Just open the page.
Okay.
Yeah. Scroll down. You can see
So
over
how
there.
do we get this edit access? Should we create this some user sign up in this OCL as some developers?
Yes. You have a page on home page. Can I like control the mouse?
Yeah.
Just a second. Yes. Just go on site and click here on the group registration page. Just go here and write your group name, project title, all details, and click on submit. So he will send send you link of your page and your earth space.
Okay.
Yeah,
So after you create a
After
visualization,
signing up into the site, right? Or before?
right,
Okay.
right. After signing on the site.
Okay.
Yes,
yeah, this is visible only to members of the site. So after you get your account, you should be able to see all these things. So after that is done, that is the part for data preparation. So here, this is what we did. Like for structured data, unstructured data, and image. I'll show you how we did image data as well. Just to be complete. Okay. So since for unstructured data, the Tableau doesn't support any visualization yet. We are thinking of showing only the samples of the data here. So here you can like uh, br- uh, I mean select only a few rows of your dataset and remove all other rows and then upload the data into your dashboard. If you go to dashboard, you should be able to see a widget called table press. So here if you create import a table, then you should be able to upload a file. Whatever your data is here, you can upload this file, and then if you say import, it will give you something like this, what you are able to see here, table ID. So you just have to add the table ID here, and it will automatically load the data uh, for your data as well. Load a column, I mean table like this into the page. So if you need any help with this, we Dhairya and I are always available. So we'll be able to help you in case you need some help with this later. And coming to the image dataset, you can upload the files of your dataset in Google Drive. Actually, we are using single point to upload all the data files, and that is registered under OCEL AI. So this is the account in which we'll be uploading all our data sets. So we can provide you the access to the emails that you sign up with, and you should be able to open the folder and then upload all your data there. And that link should be added if you have any images, that link you can add to this page. um, I'll just show you how it looks like. So it is an image dataset, right? So if you check this, we have just you can just copy uh, whatever we have here. If you see, you can use this page as or we'll actually for the page that we'll be sending you, we'll be providing you a template. So we'll be providing all these things. You just have to change the link. So all this will be, you don't have to copy anything. everything will be available for you. You just have to change the links or edit the links, or if at all, if you have more number of data sets, you may have to add copy and add it multiple times. So here is where you can add the link. So you can paste the link here, and it will and that is enough, like if you paste the link here. So that is for images dataset. We are not expecting any visualizations for images as of now, but if you have, you can keep them in your Jupyter notebook. So if you have any other visualizations you want to showcase, you can use this tab, the tab visualizations tab, and then you have to provide access. After you create a project in your Tableau account, you need to provide access to people with whom you'd like to share. Um, Also, if we need you to provide access to anyone else in the future, we may request you through the mail as well, so that you can be in the control for your data and your visualization, so that nobody else can be tampering them or uh, making use of them. Okay, I think that is for the data preparation part. Would you have any questions?
I yeah, so this registration that you're saying is we need to fill up that forms sent by Wang Yi, right?
You need to fill the form that is available on the home page. If you open OCL.ai, you should be able to see. I'm not sure like what link Dr. Wongia had sent, but this is what we are going to use for all the projects.
The link is some qualtrics.com/JFE.
Okay, no, that link is pre workshop survey, I guess, or a post workshop survey. Can you paste that link into the chat if possible, because we are not using that for sure.
I think that link is for the workshop.
Yeah, so this one I think is during the workshop, I guess.
Just a second, let me open the link.
Oh yeah.
So this is for the workshop registration. Yeah, this is for the registration of workshop.
Workshop, yeah, not for the site but for the
Right.
attending the workshop itself.
Okay.
Yeah. So for
But
the site,
this is not something that
you just have to register here.
this is not something that you filled, right?
No.
Okay, so now you're already logged in. Now we are doing the group registration. What if for us to log in, then we have to sign up? Where do we
No.
need to sign up?
I'm just logged in. Let me show you if I'm log out too. Just go here on the site and click on group registration. Just click here and just fill your all details, your group name, title, and all, and we'll send you the login and password with your page link that on which you have to work.
Oh,
And then you have to go on the site just click on login and just write your username and password and click on login.
the sign up button is useless here. Okay.
Yes. So I'll remove this register one.
Yeah.
And you have your page here. Just
We
go to
had
my account. Yeah. Just add your details and all things.
Okay. Done.
so yeah, initially like we thought the registration we'll keep individual, but later because we are doing project wise, we thought of like removing a registration, individual registration, and then use group registration for everyone. Okay, so this is okay. This is HKC. So this I'll show. This is a bit a little more complicated maybe. So I'll show you how we are going to do. So that's it for data preparation. I hope it is not so clear as of now. I understand because we do not have a very streamlined version of it, but we are trying to constantly improve the experience of both the users as well as the maintainers. So until I mean, it may take some more time for us to streamline the things. So with your feedback, we'll be adding improvements to the site as it gets used more. So please keep adding any of your feedback if you have. That would be great. So uploading data part is done. So I'm going to show you the machine learning part now, the third step in the process. So for machine learning part we had 4 kinds of models for our use case. So the first one was for NLP, actually the unstructured data. So what you're able to see, you're not able to see anything here because it is not actually running right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna log into my account actually and show you how I did that. Collab.reset. So the first part is to create Google Collab. We'll be using OCEL.ai itself here as well. Actually, let me put in chat the template we can use for creating machine learning experiences tab. The first part is to create a Jupyter notebook for ourselves, and just give me a minute. I'm just trying to get to my uh, Google Colab notebook.
Is it Jupyter Notebook or Google Colab Notebook?
No, it is a Google Colab notebook. We'll be sharing it with you as a part of the template as well. Right now, I do not have it as a part of the page, so I'm going to share you in chat. You can go through it and follow along so that you will have a better idea, like a hands-on as well. Okay, 1 second. I do not have. I don't know why it's taking too long today. Chandra, do you think we should also provide Google OCEL AI access as a okay? What, because we'll be putting everything together in Google Drive. This Google Colab notebook also will create and then provide them as a part of the template.
Right, right.
Okay.
Okay. Just a second.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna paste the link to my Google Colab notebook. Okay, let me share it first. I'm just updating the share sharing settings so that anyone with the link can edit or view. I'd suggest you to create a new collab notebook and try to run the contents of the notebook that I'm going to share, because I'm not sure, like maybe editing at the same time may cause a few problems. Okay, I'm sharing a viewable link for everyone in the chat.
Yeah, just a second.
Can you open that?
Please
Yeah.
let me open the link.
Okay. I'll give edit access to OCEL AI.
So you want us to create a duplicate of this
Yeah.
notebook? Okay.
Yeah. Yes, please.
Copy? Okay.
Yeah. I just wanted to like take you through what it does so that maybe you can, it serves as a kind of walkthrough, right? So that's why. So you don't, the only change that you have to do here, I'll just take you through what this is doing so that you have a good understanding before you run it. What I'm doing is,
Hosting this as NGRock server.
yes, exactly. So what we are doing is, we have Jupyter Lab that is being installed into Google Colab, and then we are creating a tunnel for using NGRock. You need to have an account in NGRock. You have to go to NGRock developer website and get an account first, and then after that you need to download NGRock. What this does is this downloads NGRock for you and then puts it in your root folder. Then you can see your you need to get an authentication token from NGRock before you can use it. And then there is a wrapper, Python wrapper for NGRock. I tried using NGRock from the command line, but it didn't work for some reason. So I decided to fall back to Python wrapper, which gave like the correct results. This Jupyter Dash I'm installing for the case of creating visualizations and sharing them with on the next step, which is the application step. So Jupyter Dash helps to create a server that is running on Jupyter Lab, which gives us a URL which can be used as a, if you see here, it says the Dash app is running on, and then it will give us some URL. That URL can be used to give to share with anyone, and then they'll be able to just interact with the visualization.
But this will be only active if your collab is running.
Yes, that is the part. But the thing is, once you run the Collab notebook, as long as this Jupyter is running, the Google Collab is not gonna kill it because there is some process still running, and yeah, so it is gonna be alive all the time. So this is the only way that we could like access put a project on Google Colab, and we sort of like using it. I'll just run it and show you like how it works. Let me run everything till here, I guess. I'll go to runtime and then say run before, because if you're gonna run the next part, it's gonna close the tunnel connection. So every time you run this URL is gonna change. So that may ask us to update. Okay.
What is the NG Rock for? Is that like a server thing?
That is an SSH tunneling. So instead of hosting our services online in the internet, we will use that SSH tunneling to NGRock. So with that ID that gets created, right, we could access anywhere from the world, our local computer. It's like a proxy to our local computer,
exactly.
local server to be accurate.
So
Oh.
it is free only for one connection. So one connection per region, and per account.
But there are lots of downsides that if that server dies, again it comes up with a
Yeah.
new
Yes.
URL. Yeah, and it keeps dying often.
Yeah.
Gonna give you like a dynamic URL to your connection.
Yep, that's right.
No, it needs. We need to pay for the static URL, like single URL, if we don't want it to change. We don't want to do that right now because we wanted to make
that
it budget friendly.
quite
Yeah. For me, like the experience has been that I have been running it on my system since almost 3 weeks now. It has been stable. Like the ngrok did not get killed till now. So I just thought like Google Collab also allows me to do the same, but I think I'm not sure. But so now we have the port 888 open to the internet. So now if we are gonna run Jupyter Lab, we'll be able to access Jupyter Lab here on this URL. Okay, I think I should run that again. Okay, not on this, sorry. So this is a new URL that you're able to see now. It's not same as before. So every time you create a new tunnel, it's gonna give you a new URL. So yeah, here you can see the drive, Google Drive data that you had connected before, and all the notebooks that you can upload. If you have created any notebooks, you will also be able to see that here. We do not have any notebooks as of now. I'll try to create one. Let's say with the name test. Create a Python 3 notebook here. So here you can add all the data or code that corresponds to your model, the machine learning part, and this URL you will copy and you will put it in here. Okay, what happened to this? Okay, let me open that again. Is it because you need to log in? Darya, can you log in?
Yeah.
Or do you want me to log in?
No.
Shall I log in or? Okay.
Wait. Just click here. There is some issue with the server. Just a second.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Charan bro, do you have any questions or what do you think?
I think I got the overview, but this is way too much information to consume in one go. So
Yeah.
we need your help in future.
Yes, sure.
For now, first, I think you might have to create that group registration email. I will give you my Gmail because you will be the leader, right? You need to create one.
Yeah.
Mm.
Create a group and set up ngrok and Tableau for now, and then you already have, I guess, access to this because you made a copy. You can put it in OCEL AI. We'll share you. Actually, let me create a folder right now and then share it with you.
So what drive are we going to use? Are we going to use your drive, or are we going to use like our own drive for
No. Use this folder. Can you name your project, please?
We call it community engagement.
Okay. Community engagement.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that'll be it.
Okay. So I'm gonna share permissions with you for this folder.
Okay.
Can you tell me your email, please?
D double O F.
Sorry.
Can you write in the chat?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Just a second. Yeah. Yes.
And for you, Charan bro. Charan bro, can you tell me your email? Charan bro, which email are you using for this?
Sharon, are you there? Yeah, he's gone somewhere. I don't know.
Okay. Okay, I'll just share this with you. Maybe you can share it with him later.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
just emailed you.
He just sent in the chat. Yeah.
Okay.
Just a second. See, I'm just copying his email.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So
Done.
now you can upload your data and the notebooks here. And once once you're set up with everything, you can. I think now, I think it's got a problem.
There is some issue. Yes.
Okay.
It's the
So
site. Just a second. I'm just trying to fix this.
okay.
If not, then it will take some time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the next part would be to add the model, and then that is the end of machine learning experience. You add all your code, and people will be able to see that in the Jupyter lab. What this Jupyter lab will be embedded into our site. For that, we need to just copy this into the template that we'll be providing you. You need to just change the URL. I would I would show you once this the site comes back where to put that URL. You will also be able to figure it out. It's the only thing on that page. And below that, if you would like to give any directions, or if you want to provide any more details about the models that you have created, if there are any pitfalls, or if you want to tell about the status of your model, like how well it is performing, and if you want to ask the user any specific questions about how do they think that they can improve the accuracy or performance of the model, you can do all that in the page as a write-up, or you can do that as a part of your notebook itself. Anything is fine. And what we are thinking of is we'll also be uploading examples, some sort of examples, so that people can, if someone wants to create a solution or add a bit more to the solution that you have presented, they should be able to get some insights from those examples and then add the code and then run by themselves. So that is in the pipeline. We do not have it right now. Yeah, so whatever you run here can be put in the last inference part, is will go into the applications tab. For that, we are preparing um, Jupyter Dash is one of the tools that we can use. There is another thing called binder.org, which takes input from a GitHub repository. Okay, I think it is binder.com. Nope. Jupyter Workbook. Okay.
My
Oh, it's
binder
my
dot-
binder.org.
yeah.
Yeah. So what it does is it takes a GitHub repository and makes it an interactive notebook. With this, let me show you an example of how it looks like. We do not have it yet as a part of the tool chain, but I'll just show an example of how it looks like. Have it here.
Just click here. Examples.
Okay. No, not this one. I was talking about the widgets. Do you remember?
Okay, widgets. Okay.
Yeah. So that part, let me see. Oh yeah, I think it's this one. Nope. Uh, yep, this one. So if you see here, what this guy did is he added for differential equation. If you click on this button, we can name it like show inference, model inference. So once they click on the button, it will load the model inference part. I think it creates a Docker in the backend and loads our model, but I think I'm not sure, like it creates it so fast. So here we can add any inputs. Let's say these are the features of our model. The user can come and interact with the model with these knobs or interactive elements basically, and then see the output changing as we change the inputs. So this is in the pipeline, but we do not have it ready yet. We'll be, I don't know, we'd like to work along with you so that we can create such sort of thing for each visualization, because each model is different and each visualization is different. So we wanted to understand like how you would like to present your model. So even if you think this is a bit too far, and if you think Jupyter Dash is much better, or you would like to use Jupyter Notebook itself, even that is fine. It should be fine for the inference part. But if this can be used, it should be like, it would be great.
So you have like, is this like an alternative of the one you showed us with the NG-ROC?
No. This is the next part.
So where do we run the inference? Is that going to be on the notebook?
No. It is. I think it is gonna be on some Docker image that Binder creates. It just needs a GitHub repository and some code like this. You just have to like put this code, and it will load this widget. This will have to like investigate a bit more about this. So we'll come back to you once we have it for one of our use cases. But meanwhile, if you would like to take a look, please feel free. And because we'd like to work along with you on this, we would want you to have a little understanding about how you can use this tool for your model. there are a few other options as well, like NB Interact, and I went through a few other interactive notebook inference tools, but I thought like this is a bit better than the others because they don't allow us
Do you have any
to.
working example right now for that?
For this, no,
Oh,
sorry. We just need to like we are still trying to do it, but by it should be ready in a day or two. I'll share it with you once we have it ready.
okay. Um, how are you gonna? Okay, so for you for the ML experience, we
Yeah,
ran um the Collab notebook based
yeah,
on the folder you shared to me. You shared with me, right?
yeah, yeah.
And what is this? What does this come to, or what's this come from? Like
Uh,
the NB interactive, the uh, the interactive notebook. How would that fit into the Collab thing?
after we are done, we should okay. If you push the code to GitHub repository, then this will automatically load the code from GitHub. You just need to provide your GitHub repository URL, and then it will automatically load the code. But as I said, we did not experiment it to the full extent, so I'll
Like
get back
we
to
should
you.
structure it in like a somehow an acceptable format for it to load properly, right? So
Yeah, yeah,
maybe you could provide some instructions on that on how
yes,
to structure the GitHub repository so it can
yeah.
recognize and load everything up properly.
Yeah. So our goal is like we'll create a video for each of those pages so that you can whatever we are discussing right now, we will put a video in some similar format on each page, which you should be able to remove it after you went through if you have any questions, or you can reach to us as well. Okay.
Oh, says okay. So the Colab notebook is for training and development, and this one is for inferencing, right? For
Y-
interactive.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. That's
Yeah,
right.
just wanna clear it all up.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah. So if you see the ML experience page, right now it says the tunnel is not found because every time it changes the address. So now if I go to ML experience page, let me edit here itself. I'll edit this page and change the iframe URL. So if you can see here, this is what is I'm gonna change. So now you can see it loading. Okay, okay. There is one more step I might have missed here. Is that before I go do this, um, I need to create a terminal. Let me create a new terminal session. So by default, Jupyter doesn't allow us to embed the iframes in any other web pages. That's for safety, they say, but I'm not sure. Like we are not passing any credentials as a part of Jupyter Notebook.
You make
So
it work now. How do you make it show in your on your main web?
yeah, so
So
for
you need to
that, you see this file here.
yeah.
So you need to open this file in a terminal,
Okay.
maybe with VI. So let me install Vim.
You just open the file and then allow some permissions
Yes, yeah, you need to pass X-frame options. That is the setting for allowing iframe.
for allowing iframes. Okay.
Yeah,
All right, let's do that. Yeah, so many steps involved. So we need to really uh, clarify everything to make it work.
yeah, yeah. Mm, I had documented this before somewhere. Let me see if I still have it. I think it should be line number 40. Okay. I don't remember it. Let me try to. I think it's Jupyter Lab.
Yeah. The learning curve is going to be a little steep for us to get started. That's why we want to
Yes.
set up a meeting with you to see how much we have to learn
Yeah.
before the actual development happens, right? So this is
Yeah. Exactly. There is, yeah, definitely right now, because we are playing with a few parts
this
here.
is still an early step. That's why, yeah, we want to be in the game with you to see,
Yeah.
you know, how everything is progressing.
Yeah. Okay.
But have you resolved this issue before? You
Yeah.
knew about this, right? Okay.
Yeah, I did. I do not have a track of it. I should have added it to the Collab notebook.
Oh yeah, you forgot to add this.
Yeah, yeah, I missed that. But I'm sure it is just a one line thing. I'm just trying to find it out. It's something like this. Allow origin. Yep, I think I got it. Yeah, this one, 200 settings. So you have to find where this is and then add this header. So let me go to Jupyter Lab. Okay, here it is. It is in line number 265. I'll add it at least now. Okay. Just give me a minute. I'm just cross-checking it with the previous version I had. Okay. I think I got it. Yep. So I'll add it right away to the Collab notebook so that we have a track of it. After you run the Jupyter Lab, I'll add it below this so that yep. Yeah, this is for local and for the file we have here. Okay, I'll remove this just not to create any confusion. I'll put it in code blocks. Okay, I think this should do it. So I think I should copy everything from here. Okay, this should do it. So now I have to run Jupyter Lab again. So now you will see what is the problem with Google Colab, because I'm gonna once I'm gonna stop Jupyter Notebook, the Jupyter Lab, I mean, this URL is gonna die because I do not have anything running on port www now. So what you have to do is, before you run Jupyter Lab again, you need to run this once so that you get a new URL, copy that URL maybe, and then run the Jupyter Lab. Now go to this page and change it to the new one, and then please shop. Yeah. So now you're able to load the web page in our machine learning page in OCEL AI. Right. So whatever changes that you made are gonna stay there, because even though the tunnel died, the Google Colab didn't die. So all the things that you installed are still gonna be there. All your files are gonna be there, and it's just gonna be the same thing. Okay. So after this, let me show you an example of what I did with Jupyter Dash. So here what I created is another ngrok tunnel. For if you see, I have created a small application which shows different colors on Jupyter Dash, and I had run it before coming here. It is running on 8005, right? So I'm gonna tunnel this 8005 port into another URL, and then gonna put it in as a part of machine learning inference. Okay, would you have any questions here? Because it was a mouthful.
Yeah, I'll try to reproduce the step. I hope that everything's recorded so that whenever I
Yeah.
come back, I can reproduce whatever you're doing over here. So that
Yeah, the only part where you should find some difficulty maybe is editing this file or setting up your ngrok. But apart from that, if you just run everything, it should do fine.
And then, did you add the new step into the notebook yet? Or are you
Yeah.
gonna fix that later?
Yeah.
Or are you gonna edit that?
No, I added after this Jupyter Lab output.
Okay.
I added it here. Okay. You see it
Okay.
here?
Yeah. Okay, that one.
Yes.
That is for the course issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cross browser. Okay.
Maybe I'll write it here
Yeah.
so that
Yeah, that would be helpful, not just for me, because later on
yes,
there'll be some
thank you.
things that
Sure. Thank you so much. Thank you for pointing that out, actually. So by default, Jupyter doesn't allow. Okay. Frames. So add this in the Jupyter config. I will put it above maybe, because it's a step that needs to be run before you run the notebook. I think now it makes sense. It looks fine now, right? Do we? Okay. Does it
Sorry,
look
I've
fine
been
now?
I've been muting myself. Okay, I've been asking, like, everything's working on the main page, right? The embedding.
Yeah.
Okay.
See this one. So it looks like this. Okay.
And
Okay.
and then we can just do the development straight off of that.
Yep, we can. So I'll show you. That's what I was gonna show you next. So if you're fine with whatever we did till now, I'll take you through the next step. That is gonna be the last step for our process. So and I forgot to mention one more thing. If you have multiple machine learning models, you can put them here in these tabs as well. Okay. So shall I take you to the next step?
Yes, please. Yeah. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Okay, cool. So the next step is to see the visualization of our model. So for that, my model is running on port 8005 here. This is just the data that I have put on Jupyter Dash. It is just a simple function. Let's say you created an inference function for your model, and that model can be run on Jupyter Dash. So what Dash does is it turns the data into a server or a function into a server. So whatever the data that your function is going to spit out, it is going to plot it and then show it to the user on this URL. But here the 127.0.0 in the home loopback address refers to Google Collab, not local address. So we have to tunnel this port as well so that we can see the output on web. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do is I'll go to terminal and then I'm gonna say ngrok. Okay, I think I changed the URL. I need to update the URL. Okay, this is the new URL. Let me directly open in our web page itself. Let me open this. So here I'll say ngrok http 8005. So if you directly say http 8005, it's not gonna work because you have been given access to only one region per user at a time. So it is gonna say you have consumed everything in your US region. Just give me a minute, I'll be back. Okay, so what we're gonna do is instead of using US, I'm gonna say region as Europe. I think I already have one there. Maybe I'll say Australia. Okay. So here, this is the URL that we can use for a Jupyter Dash. If you open this URL, you should be able to see the inference of our model. Okay. So this is just a plot that I created. It's not inference, but you can use this to create an inference for the model. So you can see the user is able to interact, like provide the inputs and observe the changes in the output. That is what is required. It gives a few status checks. We don't need this, but it is just there for Dash. It is just gonna be there for all the Dash applications. Okay, so what we're gonna do is copy this URL and gonna paste this as a part of our applications tab. So if you see here, am I in applications tab? Oh, I think I'm not in applications tab. Let me go to applications tab and then edit it.
Where do you store the code for the inference? Is that something that we should develop?
Yeah, basically right now I am the code for inference is being written here in Jupyter Notebook, the Google Colab Notebook. But you can also run it in the same notebook that you created right now in this notebook. Let's say you have, because you're gonna whatever code that you're gonna write should be here
Okay.
for all the ML model. So along with sorry.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Whatever you're saying.
Yeah, so along with your model training part, you're gonna write your inference part here as well.
Yeah.
But the Jupyter Dash is not gonna run, is not gonna show the output here. But it is gonna show the output as a part of URL, like you have seen here. This is how it's gonna give you the output. So this output, this URL cannot be interacted with directly. So you need to create a tunnel for that, like I have shown you here. So this tunnel is mapping your 8005 localhost to this URL. So we are gonna take this URL. The user will be able to see only the code here, but not like I am showing you only the function that you written for inference, but not the inference output. So this
Where
output
you
will
store the code for the plots and everything. Where is that? Is that upper?
yeah.
Oh, okay. So that is this one, right? Okay.
Yeah. I'm not storing anything. It just based on the
You're
input.
in the same notebook, right?
Yes.
And then you run the server, and then the results are gonna be displayed on the 127, and then you
Yeah,
port that port onto natural tunnel.
exactly.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
this
just want
is
to understand everything, the
yeah.
flow. Okay.
Okay.
So this is the exact output of that cell right there, right?
Yep.
This is
Yep.
the, yeah.
You're
Okay.
right. So user, the only thing is user can interact with it here, but not there.
This is Plotly.
Yeah, this is Plotly.
Okay, sure.
So what I was gonna say is you can put the code here as well and run it here, and it is gonna still run the same way. Instead of like putting it in the Google Colab notebook, even if you put it in the machine learning part in our website, it's gonna do the same thing. Okay, I hope it makes sense.
Okay.
Okay, so because this is
So that notebook is just for inference, and then should we do like development training on one notebook and inference on one notebook, I guess? Or
yeah, if you want, you can do that as well, but do it here itself. Like
yeah, do it on the embedded.
yes,
notebook.
yeah, because otherwise this notebook we are thinking of copying or sharing across all the teams, so that we don't want to change anything in this notebook. We want this to remain same. If you add inference here, it will change your notebook, right? So we don't want that to happen. So we'd suggest you create all your code for machine learning model and inference, and then put it in Jupyter Dash or Plotly or any other tool that you would like, and create an inference of this sort, and use this URL as a part of your application page. If you see here, I think we have had it somewhere. Okay, I don't have it anywhere. Anyway, I'm gonna edit this and then put it as a part of the application inference. So let's say I'll add an inference tab here. Okay. Dhairya, can you add a text editor somewhere? Okay, I'll add it here.
Yeah.
Okay, let me change it to iframe. Okay. We'll also provide you with the template for this, so you don't have to worry about changing all these values. You just have to change the URL. So let me show you how it looks the application page. So this is how it looks like. I mean, we just embedded that page into our application tab, the application part. So people can just come and see whatever you wrote here. This should be like a the closing ending note, or what do you say, the readme from your GitHub. This is basically readme from my GitHub for our model, and a screenshot of how it looks like, the output looks like. And maybe if you have any other kinds of outputs, you can also put it here. And the first thing we would want is to show the user like how to interact with the model, right? So that is the application part. Would you have any questions about the application part? Does it look fine, Dewey and Charan bro?
Yeah. So basically, you copy the URL back to the
Yeah.
WordPress. Okay.
Yes.
That
Yeah. So now, as long as this Collab notebook is running, this will be intact, and we are planning to run it as long as the workshop goes on, and then upon if it dies anytime later, we'll be like uh, providing it upon request. So that is the target right now, as of now. And the last part is ethics. So for the ethics part, we do not have any this thing in the example, but what you can do is, if you see this ethics on the top bar, you can go there, and there are a few sections which we would like to talk about. So the first topic is like how I mean, how can we evaluate our project on the data management issues and privacy issues, and the social role embedded based issues, and fairness AI, social and cultural implications, and the fairness um, topics. So if you for advocacy, I can give an example like for social role, we have uh, f- we have analyzed the data, so that it will perform without the bias, because we are collecting the data that for suggesting the uh, programs to minority people. We don't want our model to show any bias or discriminate anyone based on whether he's a minority or not minority, or we don't want any of our inputs that are social, um, that are considered social to be affecting the model. And coming to fairness, because as a part of the application, we are asking the user their name, their gender, their age, and a few more things. We do not want the model to be biased towards income level or age or gender or race or anything. So we can talk about problems that we may face, or how we have like how we can uh, evaluate our model on these terms, in terms of fairness and other implications like social and cultural implications. So it need not be this long or this elaborative, but it should make a point that supports our model, and show that our model has taken into consideration all these things. You can go
I'm pretty
through a
sure
few
this will be taken care
resources.
by I guess a professor who is like a PI. Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Right.
I'm
Okay.
not sure. Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, it depends on each project, but I think for my project that would be
yeah,
the professor. Yeah. Uh,
maybe. I'm
yeah,
not
yeah.
sure.
And then I think we're in charge of more or less of the development of
Yeah.
yeah the technical thing. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Basically, this part is dedicated to this, like reflecting upon the model's performance on ethical standpoint. So as you seem necessary, you can take steps to update this page. Maybe you can send a request to PI. I'm not sure what PI means. Can you tell me about a bit about PI?
What is-
I mean, you said I think you said something about PI, right?
Yeah, yeah. I think we do have another he's professor from like the business school.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is basically his idea, the community engagement. And
Okay.
he actually invited us to join his team as part of the development team. So I
Okay.
think that he has a bunch of ideas on what to do and the concerns and all the theoretical stuff. Then me and Sharon will take care of the the models and whatever you just walk us through. And then I think the writing part would be more or less from the professor. He's like experienced in the community projects and stuff.
Okay. Okay. Sure.
Yeah, I mean it's good that you show us this, so later on when we meet with him, we can show him how to where to write and then how to write it.
Yeah.
Yeah, based on your template.
Yep. That's right. Okay. So that marks the end of our 5-step process.
Yeah, I think that I'll have to whenever you give me the web pages and then the templates.
Yep.
And I have to open the video one more time and I'll walk through the steps and then try to diagnose, and then if I run into any problems I cannot solve, then I'll email you. But hopefully everything will be smooth in the setting up.
Yep.
And I already have my models,
Mm-hmm.
but I'll try to upload it to your the folder you shared, so that I can do the inferences.
Sure.
Yeah, I already trained my models and everything. I got some models, and then I think that I just need to use your embedded notebook to run it. Yeah.
Okay, sure. Like if you run into any kind of issues, please feel free to reach to any one of us, Dhairya
Yeah.
or me.
Right.
We'll be like happy to
I'm not
help
so sure
you
on the
with
data
anything.
part, the first part, the structured data, because I for now I haven't collected any structured data, or I don't use the search engine to search for data. We use the Google images for that. So and then for that, you think that we should upload the images to your drive, right?
No, I mean, yeah, image should be uploaded to Drive, but if you do not have any structured data, don't worry about it.
Okay. Yeah, right now I think I have the models, but for the
Yeah.
training data, I don't know. Because we built it like some time ago, and then I don't really know if we still kept the training data or the test data.
Okay.
But yeah, if later on when we jump to a new model, then we can use some new data, structured data. But for that, yeah, the so for that we need to set up the Tableau, the developer account you said, in order to run it, to visualize it.
Only if you are planning to get some structured data.
Yeah.
You can if you don't have any structured data, you can leave this part because it's not mandatory.
Okay.
If you only have the image data, you can only upload the image data and forget about everything else.
Okay, sure. Yeah, yeah, I can find some sample images or whatnot that we can use.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you
And
can
then,
just copy the template and then change the names probably.
all right, cool. Yeah.
You should also be able to add any media using with let's say if you add an image. Let me try to edit this. Okay. I'm just showing like how would you add. Okay, if you click on this button here, add media, it will allow you to upload files, and then they'll be available here, and then you can choose from them. I'm just telling you for
But you
uploading
have to
your
connect
image
to the
data.
drive first, right?
Sorry.
So, but you have to connect to the drive first in order to see.
Yeah, I mean you will have the all your data, like let's say you have 1,000 images, you will those will be residing in Drive, but a sample image for each of the classes. Let's say this is a good example external class, and this is bad example external, this is internal good, this is internal bad. So at least one image for each class should be there to which is representative of the data. You got what I said?
Sure. You just want me to pick like one example from each
Yes.
label, right? Each class.
Yes, exactly. Okay, I think that's all I have about this. So if you have any questions.
Yeah, not for now, but I think later on when I actually do it, then yeah, I will definitely have some.
Sure.
But right now, yeah, thanks for the high level and then some the low level walkthrough too.
Yeah.
I think I got an idea of what's going on because Dr. Lee's been talking about your project, but I said that, hey, do you have any demo or images about the platform? She doesn't have anything, so she wants me to connect with you instead.
Yeah. Right now we do not have anything because we did not formalize anything yet.
Yeah,
Or
she said that you have like the promotion video and the instruction video next week. So but I said that I just want to probably because Sharon knows you, so why not just set a live meeting and we can just talk about it.
Yeah, even we are like suggesting live meetings right now because it is in very early stage, and everything is gonna change in a week or two because we are improving it every day. So we are like we'll be like after once we are a bit stable, we'll be creating those videos. But for now, I think I'll use this as a video for others to explain.
Okay. Yeah. Make sure that you edit it, keep it short so that
Yep. Yeah.
people won't be distracted.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Sure.
I think that's good enough for me.
Okay.
Yeah. And then so for me, I just need to go to the group registration to get my account and then my template as well.
Yeah.
Or what should I do to get the the development tools that you show, the WordPress and everything?
Just create group registration, finish the group registration, and because you do not need Tableau right now, you don't have to do that. But I suggest you, I mean, you must obviously do the NGRock.
Okay.
Yeah. And that is it.
Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, I'll definitely take a look at that.
Sure.
All right. Thank you. And
thank you so much.
Yeah, Sharon, you're still recording, right?
Yes.
Recording.
Okay, sure. Yeah. All right, we have an artifact of that, and then we can always go back and look at whatever you do to show.
Yep.
All right, thank you very much, Sasori, and how I pronounce his name? Okay.